Welcome back. It is Political Thursday. We just have 54 days left to the general election. You're watching Choice 2017. Many thanks for staying with us tonight. Our focus is on Kirinyaga County. Let's take a look at a number of your views before we get more information about Kirinyaga. Bilshan Mwangura says, Martha Karua, I wish you well. Jospa Prez says, Karani is a good leader. I wish all Kirinyaga people realize the potential and give him a chance to be their next governor. Let's take a look at someone else says, Kirinyaga is for Waiguru, so unfortunate, but it is reality. Martha does not stand for anything, thus she falls for anything. We'll be speaking to her about that. Abala Kenywa says, Martha Karua, I wish you all the best. You are the best bet for Kirinyaga. And finally, Victor Odhiambo says, Raila Odinga will be helping to dismantle all the cartels looting public resources. Definitely not very much in line with what we're talking about tonight. But let's take a look at some of the information we have about Kirinyaga County, the dynamics, some of the things that will inform how they will vote in this particular election on our Super Bowl before we come back to our guests here in studio and in Gishugu, where Martha Karua is joining us. Let's take a look at a number of things here. On Kirinyaga County, we know that there are 4 constituencies, Mwea being the most populous and having the biggest number of registered voters, but the population as per the 2009 census, 528,054 people. The number of registered voters as per statistics from February 2017 is 351,162. So let's take a look at how they voted in the year 2013. 231,868 people voted for Uhuru Kenyatta under the banner TNA party, and that was 96% of the people. 3,471 people, 1% of them voted for Raila Odinga in the coalition, and the voter turnout for this particular election was 91%. The stakes are very high this year, and the number is expected to be bigger in terms of voter turnout. But there have been some concerns that have been raised about this particular election. Is it a 2-horse race, or will we have new faces upsetting establishments, big names like Martha Karua, whom we have tonight, as well as Anne Waiguru, who came in the limelight in 2013, and of course not very good things as far as corruption is concerned. Let's come back to you, Martha. Someone raised a concern here that they don't think you stand for anything because of the about town you took. You talked about this earlier, but I would want to address it because there's a viewer who is concerned that you do not have a stand because of the about town you took from supporting the opposition to supporting Jubilee. You said it was an informed decision, but was it largely just political?
I would like whoever said that to know integrity does not depend on the side you support, but integrity is about a person, about the stand they take, the reasons they do it. So as a person, irrespective of the side I support, I have myself intact. I still fight against corruption. I still am an advocate of social justice, and I'm still the leader I was. But he's entitled to his views, which I disagree with.
Let's take a look
and you had asked about 6-piece voting.
Yes, the 6-piece vote.
And I would like
Please
to come
go
to
on.
that.
Yes.
I would want to say that 6-piece is not going to apply. Last time, people voted emotionally. They voted for 6-piece suit, and they have suffered. This time round, we are urging the people, and it's resonating well with them, that every leader must be voted on the basis of their stand on issues, of their manifesto, of their record as leaders, and integrity is one of the core values the people want to see in a leader. So service delivery. And I'm saying I'm tried and tested, and I do deliver. And wherever I have presided over public affairs, I have done so with integrity.
Let's take a look at the just recently concluded about 2 months ago, the nomination exercise. About 90% of the incumbents were voted out, and this is quite a trend in Kirinyaga and parts of central Nyeri. It happened the same. Is it dissatisfaction from the people of Kirinyaga and Nyeri and other areas, or it's an issue of let's just change names because, well, we have the vote?
I think there is a general dissatisfaction. But do remember, even though I've been in leadership, I was not an incumbent. I was on what I would call leave, granted by the people of Kenya for the last 5 years. So I am not an incumbent. You can't count me among those being weeded out.
Definitely.
But yes, there's a wind blowing against incumbency, yeah, in various parts of the country. But even with that wind blowing, there are incumbents, quite a number of them, who sailed through. So it's about also the performance of each individual.
Macharia, what do you think about how incumbents, members of parliament, MCAs, even the governor were voted out during the nomination exercise?
Yeah, thank you. Now, I think if you look at that very critically, you know, the way the governors, the incumbents who were there, and majority of the MCAs came into power, they came with this mentality that the people are not informed, that people do not understand what they want, and probably they even came with that mentality of rooting. And to their surprise, the people are now more informed. They know their rights. They want people who can perform. They do not want empty rhetorics. And they have clearly demonstrated that during the nominations. Although, of course, in some instances, for instance, if you go to the case of Kirinyaga and you look at the way it happened, probably there was an issue also of lack of transparency in the whole nomination process. But generally, people want performance, and they really need that badly that they are going to go to any length, you know, to ensure that they get the services that they want, and that message was very clearly delivered during the nomination.
All right, let me just speak up from something that Martha said. She said that she's tried and tested, and she has all the experience that people of Kirinyaga would need. There have been concerns from residents that you do not have any experience, and it might be a gamble if they voted for you.
Well, you know, tried and tested, probably not in the area of county development. Let me tell you something. And this is to the people of Kirinyaga. I think we need to take this bold leap and understand that we cannot continue doing something the same way, you know, over so many years and getting the same results. This time around, we need to unlearn the things that we believe in terms of people who are tried and tested, and I don't know, experienced, and we give, you know, a new, fresh platform. We do things differently so that we can get different results. And that's the only way. That's the only way that we can solve the puzzle of development in Kirinyaga. That is exactly the point. And I don't think there is any two sides to this coin.
All right, let's go to some national issues. Martha, being a
Akisha,
national...
I said...
Yes, kindly.
I said tried, tested, and I do deliver. So don't forget that. Wherever I've been, I deliver. And that's how come I was re-elected 4 consecutive times. I delivered in water. I delivered in justice. I do deliver.
So it's only going to get better at the county? Because he says you might not have the experience in the management of a county.
I've managed a ministry, 2 ministries, and I'm telling you, I can. And given by the opportunity by the people of Kirinyaga, and all indications are that I'll be given that opportunity, I will do better with the county.
All right, Martha, I can't let you go without asking about what you think about the whole issue of awarding and signing of a contract with Dubai-based company Al Ghurair, NASA says that the elections can't go on if we will be doing it with this particular company. The IEBC says there is no evidence. Let's go on. And Jubilee says NASA is simply attacking the IEBC. What are your thoughts about this whole thing about the printing of ballot papers?
I saw it in the papers, and I would say, when one asserts positively on such an important issue, they better have proof. Because otherwise, you are unsettling and poisoning the electoral atmosphere. So I would say, call the bluff off, lay the evidence on the table.
Do you think the IEBC...
Otherwise, don't poison the electoral environment. Yeah.
Do you think the IEBC is well prepared to conduct
I think the IEBC has so far done a good job. Yes, I think so far they've done a good job. They need our support, and our support includes helping them build trust. So unless if one has information they can lay on the table, making careless statements, because if they're not backed by evidence, then they become careless statements, is actually deliberately poisoning the electoral atmosphere. And that's why I'm saying, come on, lay the evidence on the table, and then we can be able to comment from a position of information. Yeah.
Deliberate poisoning of
I personally wouldn't make such a statement unless if I had evidence.
Okay. All right, Macharia, what do you think?
I think it's rather unfortunate, especially coming at this time. It is very clear that we have institutions in this country, and I would call upon NASA to respect institutions and let institutions do their work. Because, it's very, unfortunate that we are forming this trend of not really, doubting anything that has been done, and it's not based on any, substantial evidence. It's just, argument for the sake of argument. So I would really call upon them, and I would request them to approach this matter with a lot of sobriety. We have an election at stake, and we do not want to get into this situation where we have very high tensions because of issues which are not of substance. So it's let the institutions take on and carry on their mandates, like, if they have any evidence, to substantiate that, then they bring the evidence on the table, and that matter will be dealt by the institutions which are the constitutional institutions. So that is my take on that issue.
All right. Thank you. My final question to you, Martha. Your title for the longest time has been the Iron Lady, but most recently it has been used to refer to Waiguru. Do you think your title of Iron Lady is under threat?
May I tell you that my name is Martha Wangari Karua. Whatever other description people put on me, that is for them. If it gives them fun, that's for them. Whether somebody else is called the titles that have been called is none of my bother. I still remain Martha Karua.
Martha, thank you very much for speaking to us tonight. She's joining us live from Gishugu, her home in Kirinyaga County. Gubernatorial aspirant for Kirinyaga County. We also had Macharia Karani, who's running on the Maendeleo Chap ticket. We wish you well. We will definitely be covering this election and seeing how it goes for both of you. But good luck as you vie to be the next governor of Kirinyaga County. Up next, Linda Ogutu comes in with Primetime News. But remember, at 10, she continues... Oh, yeah, she is here. So tell us what we have tonight, Linda.
First of all, you guys have had a very interesting conversation.
Definitely.
And Kirinyaga is one of the areas we're focusing on battleground.
Yes.
One of them, right?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Linda.
We wish you well.
Good to see you.
August 8th, good to see you too. We hope it goes well for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, people, in what? Under 5 minutes, you should be on KTN Prime. So this is the reason why you need to stay with us, because John Allan Namu has done a very interesting piece on Tiati. And remember, they've lost 3 politicians in under 3 months. And he's trying to find out the reasons why. So that is one of the reasons why you have to sit with us and just watch KTN Prime. Plus, just immediately after that bulletin, we'll have a very interesting conversation talking about, that conversation on the printing of ballot papers, the back and forth between Jubilee and NASA and the IEBC, and what really is beneath all this. So we'll have a very interesting panel. So you can stay with us. In under 5 minutes on KTN Prime, I'll allow you to take a break.
Definitely. Thank you. Be sure to join Linda Ogutu in under 5 minutes for Primetime News and an extension of Choice 2017 from 10 to 11. It's going to be a very exciting show. My name is Akisa Wandera. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Keep it KTN News and have a good night.